Okay, let's just get things sorted out. Right, let's go and have a little go. What have we got here? We've got a little 737 MAX VIP flight just popped up in the missions. Winglets for Star Aviation. I should know that really, considering I'm at the airport ready to get into it. It's pretty good model. Tow truck. Get on, let's have a go.
Good morning. So we're flying to Los Angeles. Amazing place.
Good morning, team. So today we're taking Madame Sideroff to Los Angeles. Great, she's close to one of our top clients who booked the flight for her.
I know.
I'm counting on you to make this flight a great experience.
I don't know what's wrong with it. It's just come up a minute ago saying, why not fly this route? So I was like, okay, I'll have a go. I haven't started one of these up properly since the old Microsoft Flight Simulator days. I'm not going to use a checklist because the checklist is quite big. Where are we? Yeah, there's quite a lot to it. So I'm just going to try and do it from what I remember. It can only go one way really, but we'll see how we get on. How are we doing? You enjoying it? Let's get the passengers boarded, shall we?
San Francisco ground. Boeing Romeo Alpha
And at the same time, let's
5810. Could you please get the passengers on board?
set our overhead console up.
5810. The jetway is going to be connected.
Okay, so what I used to do here, I don't know if you've flown these before, but I used to start from the top and just work my way down. So I'm hopefully that will work. We'll keep the eye. I tell you what, I'll put the APU on straight away because that will help us. Got struggling with the controls. Can't remember how to fly it apparently. Okay, so why is my controls going a bit weird? Okay, so let's go for fuel on first. And I don't know if I've got fuel in the center tanks. It might come up saying pressure low. There you go, so we'll keep them off. AP generator is off. I'll close the emergency exit lights as well. God. And we'll go to APU bleed as well. See if we can get that APU running. I think that's how you start it. Again, it's been a while. When it comes online, we should be able to get up here. I love the Simmons sticking with the smaller fixed wings, mainly the 172. Just tried out Cessna 400 TT the other day. How did you find that? This is the first. Yeah, I think I've flown one Airbus and one Boeing, like 737 mission on this so far, so not a great deal. Right, have we got APU available? I don't know. I can't remember how to do it. I mean, I've got ground power available. Let's have a look, see what am I missing. External power on if available. Why can't I? I want my APU. God, this is a good start, isn't it? But doesn't say anything about APU on there. Surely it works. Surely the APU works. Cool. Ideal. Right. Let's have a look. What am I missing here? I don't think it's those. Oh, it is those. It's the center consoles. So it's the center fuel tanks. Okay, so APU's on. There you go. Let's get the baggage on as well. How are we doing here?
Whiskey 5810. Could you please send a baggage?
Boeing Romeo Alpha Whiskey 5810.
The 400 was nice. Avionics both for G1000. Yeah, that makes a difference. Main difference was learning the prop RBM. How was you getting with that? Did you just suss it out? Again, it takes a little bit getting used to, but once you get used to it, it's right on. Okay, so we've got the APU on now, so what I want to do, this is the bit that it struggles with when I've flown these previously, is getting the navigation, so we'll put on a line nice and early. And I literally leave that now until I start going around with the FMCs. We'll do the stall warning tests. Oh god, that's nice rendering. And stall warning test. Puts the fear into me, that one. The old stall warning test. Okay. We'll go on to your damper to on. Alternate flaps to, what have we got here? I don't want alternate flaps up. No, don't want that. Just having a little play around now. Again, first time I've been on one of these since, like properly since Flight Sim X. We've got the fuel on. Happy with that. Come back up to this panel now. We've got a PU generator supplying 115 volts, AC 3-phase. Ground power we don't want. Fuel's there, good. So that's the generators. Don't need generators on yet. We'll do those in a bit. We've now got external power, so we need to have our strobe position lights on, and we'll go steady with those. Coming up here, panel lights fine. Coming back down, lights, fasten seatbelts. We'll set those to on now, and we'll get the catering on as well.
San Francisco ground. Boeing Romeo Alpha Whiskey 5810.
Wipers not needed. Come back up here. We'll turn on the window heat. I don't know how high we're going yet. I've not checked that, but we'll turn all that on as well. And we'll turn the probe heats as well. Don't want to ice those bad boys up. Don't need any engine anti-ice. And we'll turn our electrical hydraulic pumps on for when we start the engines as well. And then coming over here, recirculation fans will turn off. Sorry, packs will turn off, and we'll keep them off till after the engine start. Bleed will bleed from the engine. Let's have a look at how high the EFB wants me to fly. I've just seen someone today that failed a mission based on the one of these because he went off plan. So I didn't realise that until today that if you fly in a mission in Korea, if you fly completely different approach or departure over to what they're telling you, you're going to fail. You're going to fail your mission. So one thing I've definitely learned is that you just go with whatever flight plan it tells you to go on. And this wants us to fly to flight level 390. So we'll set. Yeah, I'm assuming that's what it is. But yeah, he said he flew for 3 hours and then failed because he failed because he went off plan. So flight level 390. I don't think we're going to get up to flight level 390. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. How are we? And landing altitude. Let's have a look at what the landing altitude is. Actually, we can do that when we're flying. Don't have to worry about that too much now. Perfect. Okay, we'll set our MFD to our SID. What does it want us to do? Okay, so we're going via the Sahe 4 departure, and that needs us at 9,400 initially. So we'll just keep it at 10. We are going off runway 10 left, so we'll set the heading at 100. No, that's bank angle. Why am I? Bank angle selector underneath heading. Where's the heading? Why am I being... Oh, it's because I've gone for the internal. Right, what's going on here? Why can't I select that? Exit cursor mode. Exit cursor mode. Why isn't that not watching? So why is... Ah, there you go. The cursor's playing up. So 100 for the runway heading. Not that we're going to use the heading mode. We're going to go straight onto VNAV and LNAV. Oh god, it's so sensitive. Look at that. There you go. And speed, we're going to go... This is the 737 MAX. Speed, because we're going to be flying under flight level 100, legally states we've got to fly at below 250 knots. So we're going to set that at 240. Because what I have done on the last few flights that I've done on this, it has flown me at 251 knots because I've had a gust of wind or an updraft or a downdraft or something, and then I've had a warning to basically say, what are you doing? Which is obviously not very good. All good. Up to level 73. Got 2 companies going. After chat with VRP. Thinking need to be 75. Helicopters. Are you still struggling with the helicopters? This is only a short flight. I'm going to jump into a helo afterwards. I think I've only got 2 companies left to open now, and they are the Medevac, because you need at least 2.5 million, and the Craning one, the construction one. Now, I done one mission in the Sikorsky and I gave up because that helicopter is wild. I think you can do it with the Chinook. I'm a bit better on the Chinook now. But the Sikorsky, the first time I flew it, I nailed it. Second time, it just behaved like an absolute pig. Doing the 2-foot hover and rotate. What I'm planning to do is, once I've finished in this aircraft, this is literally just one of the VIP star missions that are on the career, I'm going to jump on into a helicopter. So if you want, and if you're currently playing now, if you're still around in about 45 minutes, I'll jump into a helo, and we can have a go together if you want. And we can have a little bit of a practice. Cool, perfect. So I think my INS is aligned now. I'm going to leave it off though for a minute. Let's have a look up here. So we've set up our RMFDs and our PFDs. They're all set up. Happy with that. I'm going to come down here and have a look. See what else we've got to do here. Going to check all my displays are okay, how they want. We'll go into FMC stuff in a minute. That's usually my last bit. I'm on the controller. I saw someone today, and I've had this conversation every single one of my streams. On that Facebook group today, someone trying to sell their HOTAS 4, which retails at £69.99 for 300 quid. And there was someone saying, I've PM'd you. Like, what is going on? Why are people paying that money? You know, you look on eBay and they're still selling 300 quid because they're so rare. I mean, I've gone into a few shops down here to try and get them. Yeah, I went into a cash generator in my town, my local town the other day, thinking that, you know, no one in my town that I know around here plays this game that I know of, because I'd like to think that where I've played it for quite a while, I'd have developed that like local thing. I was thinking maybe someone's just bought one to play War Thunder or something. None in there. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to get one. I think that whatever they're going to produce next for us will be what we get. I'm going to set the auto brakes now to RTO for takeoff, and we're going to make sure the speed brakes are down. Flaps we're going to set to 10 for takeoff or 5 for takeoff. We'll have a look in a second. Leave them as they are now. Throttle levers down. Let's do the fire detection tests. No, that's not it. Wrong one. There we go. Perfect. And there you go. There's the sound. Okay, comms. We're going to do the comms all through the panel here in a minute. Problem will be when it's available, I'll be too used to the controller. Yeah. That's one of the issues you have. But then you'll buy one and you'll never go back to a controller. What I need to do is I need to sort out a second controller. I've got 2 controllers sat right in front. I've got the one I'm on now, which is the EdgeSense, and then I've got 2 of the normal PS5 controllers. And I believe that you can use multiple controllers. So I could use this one that I'm using now for my flight, but I could actually map the other buttons on my other controllers for other things. I think you can do that. Flight deck door to auto. Not interested in HOTAS at the moment. Hopefully Turtle Beach make their velocity one. Yeah. So, and that's the other thing. I think the biggest snag they've got at the moment is Sony. I think that's where the issue is. Okay, transponder at the moment, we're going to set it to on out before we depart. We're at 2000 at the moment. Obviously, we're going to be given a squawk code by ATC controller in a minute, and that'll do it normally. The weather, we're going to go to normal, which is auto out, and min max gain is min max. Yeah. Flight deck entry video, don't worry about that. Radar trim, don't need to worry about that. Don't need to worry about anything on this either. Cool. Okay. Oh, what's this? Emergency landing gear. Now that is good. I never saw that on Flight Simulator X. That is cool. Now, if we went for the fact I'm in a mission, we'd get airborne and I'd try that. And I'd try and get the gear down. Cool, right, I can feel a bit of lag here. Okay, so this is where I need to have a little bit of me, tiny little bit of focus now. So I need to check and make sure that I'm happy. I mean, this is the flight plan it's given me. So it wants me to fly at flight level 390. If you have a look how short this is, it's a short flight. I don't know whether I'm going to get up to flight level 390. I'll try, because that's what it wants me to do. Although I can request, obviously, a lower... right. We spoke about this yesterday as well. I don't know if those of you were on the stream just for I know one of you definitely was on the little tuition stream about SIDS and stars, standard instrument departures, and the standard terminal arrival chart. If you have a look here, we haven't got a star. Now, I would expect going into Los Angeles to have a star. So we're not going to program it in a minute, although we could put one in. We'll see if the center controller gives us one. However, this is where we would put it. We'll put it in the arrival procedure up here, and then I'd transfer it over to the FMC. However, if we're actually flying, I'll just do it all through the FMC. Right, cool, perfect. So let's have a look at my... give me a sec, I'm just going to get my flight board up on my iPad so I can write down the instructions and the ATIS information. Okay. Right, so let me turn up notes, and the first thing I need to do is tune in to, I'm just going to pull up my pen tool, there it is. Okay, so if you are flying and you do regularly fly on this, I'd probably say, if you can, have an iPad or a bit of pen, paper and everything, because if you're like me and you've got no idea how to remember stuff, like I've got a brain like a sieve, it's really handy to have. Before I ask for IFR clearance, I'm going to tune into the ATIS, and that is the... Oh, God, wrong button. Okay, I'll take this and I'll take this information now.
To copy IFR clearance to Los Angeles.
Boeing Romeo Alpha Whiskey
So Sahe 4
is cleared to Los Angeles Airport via the Sahi for departure. Susi transition, runway 10 left.
270.
Maintain flight level 270. Departure frequency is 119.475. Squawk 2715.
2715. Now, again, this is the thing I don't like on here. If you watch this, now if I go down to my transponder, watch this, and I click left. Hang on, let me get away from that. Oh, come on. It's not letting me acknowledge it. Let me come out of cursor mode. Why isn't it letting me acknowledge it? I'm trying to acknowledge. Oh, God, why is... Buggy, look. I'm trying to acknowledge it. Let's see if I can acknowledge it in the main ATC menu. Come on. It's going to shout at me in a minute. I'm trying to do it. It's not shouting at me yet. Again, bugs. So it's not giving me the option to accept it in the communication window or in the mission steps. So I'll revisit that in a minute. But for now, again, vital information here is the ATIS. So let's listen.
San Francisco Airport information whiskey.
This is on the normal PS.
Wind 087 at 8.
Okay.
10.
087 087 at 8 knots, that's fine. Visibility is 10, sky conditions 600 feet scattered, they're the clouds. Temperature 9, dew point 5, altimeter 3023, so that's important.
Landing and departing runway 10 left and runway 10 right. VFR aircraft say direction of flight.
Landing, departing runway, okay, so...
Hold short instructions.
So this is the other thing as well, they're using... I'll talk about this in a minute. Perfect. So now we've got information whiskey. Brilliant. So we'll go back to ground. Let's see if we can acknowledge this now.
San Francisco Airport information
No, I don't want that. That's not what I've selected.
Wind 087 at 8.
Come on.
Visibility 10. Sky.
It's gone to my other radio. Let's try this one again. There we go. It's off. It shouldn't start blabbing off now. Don't start blabbing off. Okay, cool. Right, so what does this mean? So, oh, it's just updated to X-ray. That's interesting. Let's make sure nothing's changed. So I've just seen, there you go, so we're at X-ray now, so already within a minute I was out of date. I'm just going to make sure that the QNH is the same, 3023, which it is. Now another thing to look at here is if you have a look here, it says landing runway is 19 and departing runway is 10. Like, they are conflicting. And one thing I've noticed on here is that it will often not let you take off and land into wind. It gives you the wrong runway, but also I'll be taken off from a runway whilst another one is landing on the opposite end of the same runway. So they have got quite a little bit of work to do in their update. So, okay, so I've got QNH 3023, so let's set that up here. Of course, it's going to be in inches of mercury, so I need to quickly go on Google and put that in. What did I say it was? There you go, that's why I have to write it down. 3023 in INHG. And that is 3023 in hectopascal. Sorry, that's what I need. That is 102.7. But actually, we don't need that because we've got this in 3023 we need here. So 3023, perfect. So that should put us around 20 foot above sea level. Cool, perfect. Right, where else? I've just seen a comment. Bugs keep the devs employed. That's exactly. I think that's why they do it. They must do. They say, oh, we've got this bug come in, and they want, I'll give you $5,000 to sort it out. And you can see here as well. There's another thing that I don't like is I'm holding L1 to move, and then my controls start moving. Like, yeah, really annoying when you're trying to fly. Okay, so let's have a look here. And we'll go through this step by step. Let's get in the middle a little bit. Okay, index. And we'll go ident. Perfect. Position initialization. So let's have a look. At the moment, we haven't got a position. So we'll come up here now. And my nav has had plenty of time to align, which it has because the align buttons have gone. So if I put that now to nav and that to nav, hopefully I won't lose it. Sometimes it loses it. Hopefully not. But we've got the map there. We've not got any alerts. So we're fine. Let's get rid of this. And we are at... So let's get the route it's given us loaded into the avionics, because hopefully that'll change our reference airport. Send ATC and avionics. Nope, it's not done it, so that's fine. Let's get back up here and come down a little bit, because I'm a blind little bat. And we'll go... That's too far. Oh, that's too close. KSFO. Oh, why isn't my cursor coming down? Again, another really frustrating thing. I need a mouse. K S F O. So we are at San Francisco, baby. There we are. And our route, let's execute that one. Should have our route in here. So KSFO to KLAX. Flight number, let's call us, we're Star Aviation, so let's go ST. And my one back in the sim days was always 232. S2, T32, we usually have numbers and whatever on there, but this isn't necessary, don't really need to do this. Okay, flight plan requests. Now, this is where the sticking subject comes from, because earlier on I said that the guy lost his mission because he went off plan. So I'm I don't know if to do it, say flight plan request, because if that takes me off plan, it won't have it. So what I'm not going to request it. If I was flying solo without doing a mission, I would then go request flight plan. Performance. So let's have a look here. Transition. So cruise altitude. It told us. Let me go back to my notes. It wants us to fly at flight level 270. So we'll go flight level 2. Oh God. This is painful. 270. And what I love about this, right, it says in the it says that it takes 45 minutes. It takes 45 minutes for the mission. That's what it's supposed to do. It takes me 45 minutes to set up the plane. Okay. Other thing about here is 0 fuel weight. It calculates it automatically for yourself. And then your reserves. So this is how much fuel you're going to have left over at the end. Standard is 5. So we'll go to 5.0. And the cost index. So this is basically the way to explain that. It's kind of like the number where it balances an airline's time-related costs, so stuff like maintenance, crews, schedules. You can either have a low cost index or you can have a high cost index. This is where we look at potentially fuel savings, or so basically the more efficient we want to fly, the lower that number. Now this is not my company, I'm employed, so I don't really care, but let's say for example we're going to go somewhere in between, so we'll go for a cost index of 40. In there, and there you go. And if you have a look here, it sets more parameters here. So it wants me to fly at 340, but I'm saying for 270. Okay, so more efficient. It's more efficient for me to go to 340. I've just seen a comment come up. While in cursor mode, can you move it with the left stick and the screen with the right? Yeah, so that's my cursor mode with my left stick. My right stick is the screen. So it helps, but it's just sometimes I can't move. The cursor just stops. Again, I don't know if it's a glitch or whether it's just me being a bit silly. Right, transition altitude. Okay, so what is transition altitude? Transition altitude is when you transfer from altitudes to flight levels. Now, I haven't flown in America for a very long time, so I'm going to quickly Google KSFO trans altitude. And this is where we also, the important thing for this is this where we go from, I spoke about this on another stream that we've had, this is where you go from your regional QNHs. So, for example, we have 3023 to 29902. Or, oh, sorry, my son's. Oh, is he crying? Oh, that's sad. Yeah, so when we convert to standard. So, oh, hang on. My iPad's just gone a little bit funny. So, KSFO transition altitude. And it will tell me, I think it's 7,000, possibly. Transition altitude, including for flights, is a standard 18,000 feet. Okay, that's AI telling me that. Is that true? 18,000? I'm just trying to have a look here. It seems really high. Obviously, I don't know, but 18,000. That does seem really high. Okay, I'm just having a look a bit more. It doesn't matter, but that does seem high. But we'll go with it. So let's put. Oh, it has got 18,000, so it might have loaded it in. That just seems high. I don't know. Cool. M1 limit. Perfect. We'll take it off, obviously, at the normal climb profile and takeoff profile. Obviously, derate means it will go slower. And we'll set our takeoff. And we're going to go flaps 5 for this. We've got a long runway, and we're not that heavy. So what am I using on my iPad? So stuff like that information there, I use Google. So anything that I'm unsure of, I use Google. However, I've got the Pro, so I've got quite a big screen. I split it into two. The first half is my notepad, and then the second half I jot between Navigraph and the flight planner from here. At the moment, it's obviously not integrated with Flight Sim. I know it's integrated between iPad and your other Sims, so Xbox and a lot, I believe. I've not looked into it yet, but I also use that. Yeah, Navigraph is the main one that I have out on open all the time, other than Notepad. Always got Notepad open. Center of gravity, click there, gives you that 31% in there. Now that gives us our V1 speeds, so V speeds. V2, so basically they're all about safe and effective management of the takeoff, when I can lift, and the time in which I can no longer stop. And again, that's for another day V speeds. There's loads of V speeds. Perfect. Okay, so this is the bit as well that I've seen a lot of people struggle with, and that is where they'll take off on their plane now. So they've got all this set up. They'll take off on their plane, and they'll go to sleep, and they'll expect to wake up the following morning at their location, but they don't because they're in a pile of rubble at the bottom of a cliff, or they're flying around in circles, or they've gone miles off their track. And the reason for that is very simple. If you go onto legs here, what you'll see is a flight discontinuity. There we are. So that's displayed by gaps. And if we go here, we'll probably have another one. No, we haven't. So that's because we haven't got an approach in, which is fine. We'll put our approach in shortly. Okay, what does that gap mean? So basically, if I flew this aircraft now, it will get to XL, and then it will just do its own thing. It'll probably carry on at 4,000 feet, doing its own thing. All right, actually, this here is not the SID discontinuity as I was expecting. Give me a sec, hang on. There we go. Yes, it's a really short flight plan, actually. So this is a disconnect here from our Susie waypoint, so where we're actually at flight level 270. It's the disconnect. My aircraft will just carry on flying. It will not head towards the airport. How do we get rid of that? I hear you cry. Next page, and what you do, you click Fakil. You'll click that, and you'll see that comes up on the bottom left. You go back, and you click there, and it fills it up. Execute. Now what you can do, I'm not going to do it because I can't be bothered, but if you go onto your PFD settings up the top, there, you can actually go through your whole plan. So if you go up here, so I can't be bothered, now I'm showing you, you can go through your whole plan and you can skip through. Now I know that it's come out right, otherwise I would skip through every single plan to make sure it was aligned. But that is absolutely what they would do in the real world, is they would go through and check, make sure their plan's accurate. I'm happy now that our plan is all joined together. So from takeoff to landing, our aircraft is going to fly along the selected flight route that we've chosen. Route data, happy. I'm not going to, well, I mean, we can request the winds. Let's have a look. So that will load up my wind page. Uplink ready, perfect. So we can load that into the FMC. Done. And descent winds as well. We'll do that later on. And we can go to, this is so much clearer and better than Flight Simulator X. Cool, happy that's not loaded in yet, what it expects us, but we don't really need it, it's fine. What else have we got on here? We can have a little talk about the air traffic control page. Yep, so basically you can log into the system there. Actually, we're not going to use that. VNav tells our profiles there. So we've already set that up through can you give me 1 second, I'll read that in a sec. Yeah, we can set all that up, and then you've got fix, legs, holds. So holding, if we get put into a holding pattern, this is a good tool to use. It will tell you where to hold, so it might be, if we're in Birmingham, it might be Daventry or Lambourne or whatever, but you can set your speeds. So if we're going to be, it'll tell you basically hold at this point, left-hand circuit, 3,000 feet, set your speeds to whatever you need to set them at, and then you can put your course, or where you're going to come in, and then set it as a left turn or right turn. What you can also do is set your time limits for how long you're on there for. And what's really good about this is I can remember I flew back from Japan in August, and we flew into Heathrow, and we were in a hold for half hour. So what the pilots would have done, it was on a 787 actually, one of these, they would have just put it in here, programmed it in, and chilled. And then just sat back, probably gone and had a cup of tea, maybe had a go on their Switch or something, I don't know, and just chilled. Obviously that's not what they do. But yeah, it's all done through there. So I know that when I was flying on VATSIM, again we're talking a decade ago, and the controllers used to put you in a hold, I just used to go through here. Perfect, right. Our takeoff speeds are all set. We are ready to go. The only thing we've got to be careful of is if our runway changes. We'll know about that very shortly. Right, let's quickly have a look at, I've had a couple of comments in there. Let's have a look. One in burst mode. Yeah, answer that one. Microsoft Flight Plan works PlayStation. I've been able to use it. Would like to use Navigraph to set real-time track. Okay. So does that mean then, the Flight Planner, if I use it on my iPad, can that sync into Flight Simulator? There you go. You've just seen my IRS there kick off. Look. So this does it a lot, by the way. This game, I've noticed. If I come up here, is that messed up? Yeah. So, oh god, I hate this mode. Yeah. See that now is a line. So I'm going to take it back. It's aligning now, but I have to leave it. I shouldn't move. But that's something I've noticed quite a bit in this game. In all aircraft, you lose your nav data quite quickly. Can you not set Twitch to keep streams to your channel, so I can follow sometime else streams to your channel? What does that mean? So does that mean that I can save my streams on my Twitch profile? Bearing in mind that I've never really used Twitch. I don't know if you can do that. I know that I do need to start doing some clips, because someone said to me this morning that the channel, when they came on, it was really bland and boring, had nothing on it. And I was like, it's only because I just turn it on when I sit on the sim. I'm not someone that's after followers and that lot. Now I have absolutely no idea how to do that. I will look into that and see how it can save streams. What I'll do is, once I'm up in the air, once I'm in a cruise, I'll have a look. But thanks for letting me know that you can do that, because I will do that, because I was intending on saving this stream, clipping it, and then putting it on. I didn't realise that you can actually save your whole streams and then it'll play them. That's really good to know, so thank you for that. Cool, perfect. Right, so where are we? We have the plane set up. We've got everything else set up here that we need on at the moment. There's quite a few orange lights. We'll ignore those just for a minute. We can get our taxi. The issue that we're going to have at the moment, sorry, our pushback, is that I can't get rid of that box. To acknowledge IFR clearance. So let's try something else. Perfect, thanks for coming. Speak to you soon. Take care. So let's go here. Let's try it on COM 2. Let's set it to the tower 121.80. Oh god, I can't use these. And let's see if we can. 1.80. So I used to have a physical FMC when I was, again, fully into this. I had a proper physical FMC, and we all need to switch that. Let's see if that helps. No, it hasn't done anything. Brilliant. So I might be stuck here, you know, unless I use the skip to taxi thing, which I really don't want to do. But it's not letting me acknowledge clearance. Let me pause. Can I do it now? No. Let me go back. Why isn't it letting me do it? Can I click up here? Does it let me do that? No. I don't want to skip to taxi. I really don't want to skip to taxi. Yeah, so I think it will take your money away when you are in the air. So I think that anything on the ground, it doesn't take it off you. Someone said earlier on. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that's how it works. Right, let's see if this will trigger it. So I'm currently sat on ground, and I'm going to request pushback.
San Francisco ground.
Let's see if that gets rid of this up here.
Alpha Whiskey 5810 requesting pushback.
Boeing Romeo Alpha Whiskey 5810. Pushback request accepted.
There you go, it's triggered it, which is good. Again, they need to move that lorry, because otherwise my wing's going to smack it. I like this. I do like this element of the game where it shows you this. Still.
Hi, Captain. Tow bar in place.
Thank you. It's still saying, give me that IFR clearance issue. Let's come off there. Okay, so push me back when you're ready, please.
You are cleared to start engines.
Perfect. Yeah, so they all got loaded right at the start. Right, so let's have a look on here. We need to turn on our fuel. Our fuel is on. Our packs are off. That's always quite important. Quickly set that because I'm going to forget otherwise. We're not moving yet. I can't feel it moving. To flight level 270. And let's go. So we are going to go to ground on engine number 2 first. We are going to set the ignition to, oh Christ, go cursor mode, it's easier, to right. And we're going to get to 20% NG. And then we'll put on our fuel cut-off switches. Here we are on N2, 20% we're waiting for. 18, 19, 20, it's waiting now, it's monitoring it. Bring the switch up. That should now light. Should light. It's not lighting. No, no, this took a while the other day when I was doing it. It's still metering up quite quickly. I think it will just blast into life in a minute. I don't think it's got anything to do with the air conditioning. I'm currently set APU bleed on. Let's turn off the recirculation fan, see if that's it. Got anything to do with it? Because it's bleeding air. We don't want it to bleed air. Let's have a look. No, why isn't it starting? There we go. It just takes time. Which is good. That's starting its engine. Number 2's on the right hand side. Let's see if that's. It wants me to look. It wants me to shut down the engines now because I haven't acknowledged the IFR clearance. Where we push, it hasn't even started the pushback. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start the engines myself, and then to get rid of these errors, I'll skip the taxi. I don't understand why it's giving me that error. Let's have another look, see if we can get rid of it. Press left to acknowledge IFR clearance. Won't let me do it. Game's bugged. Lovely. I want to do. You hate it when games bug? Oh. Does yours bug?
Sometimes.
Oh, that sucks. Right, cool. So let's start the other engine. Let's exit cursor mode. Get back up here. And again, now that we are, so you see that number 2 lever has gone to off. We want to set that to continuous. Turn the ignition now. Set that to the ground. Set that to left. Come back down. And watch for this. Again, 20% N2. This is compressor speed here. That's what that's telling you. Speed of your compressor in percentage, or it's an RPM, but it's in percents here. Close enough to 20. Put that up. And again, this might take an age to load to ignite. I'm not sure how realistic this is. I know that in the old Flight Simulator X, it was much more, much easier. Yeah, it still wants me to shut down the engines. There we go, that's quicker. What we should have here now is the beacon on, because we've got power. So our anti-collision lights. Strobe and steady. That's not it, it's this one here. Anti-collision light. It's the red one. Now that engine's alive, just about. I wonder if I can get up and go see my passengers. No. Fun to watch this, but I can already tell it'll be a while before I mess with airliners. So again, on the old flight sim, I flew these quite a bit. These are fun, but again, I have nowhere near as much fun as I do in like a Cessna. But again, it's just the only way to learn is by getting into here and running the checklist and going through all of this. Once you've done all of this, you'll be right on, and you'll get into the aircraft. And this is the thing: if you really want to fly this, a lot of people call it a game. If you want to do it quite quickly, it's not a game you can do quickly unless you want to skip everything or do it wrong. You've got to invest the time, and then with time you need the education in it as well. Right, so we started the engines, quickly got up here, make sure we've got everything off. So we don't need the APU anymore, so we'll turn the APU off, and we'll turn on our engine generators. So generators from our engine, probably should have done that before we turn the APU off, whoops. We're going to turn our fuel pumps off, because you know, look, there's no pressure, we haven't got no fuel in the centre tanks. And we will check everything else is off. We've got our engine, what are those? Don't even know what those are. Oxygen, that's fine. All up there. Now we turn our hides on, they're all on, and we can now set our packs to on and our circulation fans to on. I mean, turn off our engine bleed. We no longer need the bleed from our engines. Set the isolation valves to auto and put our packs to auto as well. And there you go, you can see that pressure change in there. That's exactly what it means, babe. Cool. And you okay? Yeah. Right, and then the last thing we'll do is we'll put our taxi lights on, and now I'm going to have to do the skip because the game's being a bit of a silly billy. So we'll skip to taxi. Yeah, you got to take time to learn. It's the only way that you'll enjoy it properly. And again, I'm remembering all of this. I haven't gone through the checklist in the EFB, but I'm remembering all this from my previous time.
Request to end pushback received.
Cool, ideal. So yeah, I didn't like that bug. That was a bit of a rubbish bug. Now I don't know this airport very well, but I am just going to use the visual aids here for the taxi when it asks us to. So request the taxi. Now it's saying I've not got enough fuel. I've got 36%. Should be enough to get me to Kalax. If not, I wonder if I can. I mean, that's a third. It's only a 45-minute flight. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be absolutely right on. If it's not, I'm going to crash and burn and kill all my passengers. Right, it's not letting me request taxi now. Request taxi via radio. It's not letting me do it. Is it something that I've done? What have I done? How long did it take to get to your commercial license? I'm only 2 licenses. It's pretty quickly. The only thing you'll struggle with is cash. You have to get. I've done loads of missions before you get it. That's the only thing that will take you too long to do. Let's see if I can get some fuel here.
Boeing Romeo Alpha Whiskey 5810. Could you please send a fuel
I haven't
truck?
used this feature before.
Boeing
They'll say
Romeo
no.
Alpha Whiskey 5810. A fuel truck is on the road.
I thought it was going to say no. What happens now? I'm intrigued. There's the fuel truck. No, I don't need any fuel, but I want to see what this... Oh, no, that's why... Yeah, now I can earn money. Yeah, so the best way to do it, and how I found it, is if you want to make money, but you haven't got the time to fly, once you've done all your licenses, open up your companies. That fuel truck just ran straight past me. He just drove straight past me. So we'll get rid of him. Is start off all your companies that you can, buy your aircraft, set your pilots to manage pilots to on, because then that means that your plane can be flown by anyone else other than you. You'll earn passive income. Someone showed me yesterday they made $1 billion. They had 160 aircraft. So they've gone and opened up all their companies, and all they've done is they've set passive income. They've bought a couple of planes. They go and do the missions themselves. Then they'll go to bed. They'll wake up. They've got $1 million. But now he's bought 160 airplanes. He's making $1 billion a night, which is mental. Right, this game is really not liking this at all. So I'm currently still on ground. There's my nav again. My nav's gone, look. Why is it doing that? Why isn't it letting me? Let's skip to takeoff. Again, it's another thing that's really frustrating. I'm not skipping the cruise. That's when you lose all your money. Nice, cheers for the tips. You're more than welcome. Right, I guarantee you it doesn't let me to do this now. Let's have a look, see if the glitch ends. There you go.
Romeo Alpha
Perfect.
Whiskey 5810 ready for departure. Runway 10 left. IFR to Los Angeles. Boeing Romeo Alpha Whiskey 5810.
Okay.
Altimeter tree
What I'm
0,
going to do is I'm going to wait for
cleared
my
for takeoff, runway
plan to come up
10
again.
left.
We'll say yes, okay, but we're not going to go yet.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 10 left. Boeing Romeo Alpha
What I'm going to do
Whiskey
is quick check everything up here.
5810.
So again, my nav's aligning. I don't want to take off whilst they're still aligning.
Good morning to all passengers.
There's no
Welcome on board this flight to
cautions
Los
or anything on
Angeles.
there. There's obviously my fuel there,
Your
which is
in-flight
fine.
service manager.
We'll go for
I'm
landing
here to
lights
ensure you have
on.
an enjoyable flight to
Again,
Los
you'll lose
Angeles.
points if you don't put your land
Please
lights on.
fasten your seatbelt.
Runway
And
turn
remember,
lights
this
off,
is
taxi
a
lights off,
non-smoking
APUs
flight.
off
For our
obviously.
captain and crew,
We have
it's our
logo
pleasure to
on,
assist you. So
strobe
if
and
there's
steady,
anything we can
anti-collision
do
lights
to
now
make your flight
on.
more enjoyable, just
Cool,
let us know.
perfect. And we'll
You'll
check
find a
down here,
safety
make sure everything's
briefing
still
card
the
in the seat
same.
pocket in front of you. Thank you.
Speed, so it's saying 200 knots, which is fine. We're going to arm the auto throttle. Heading, again, we're taking off runway 10, altitude 1000. Check the FMC again. Make sure everything's right on. Legs. V-speeds, make sure it hasn't got rid of all those. There we are, still got them. Oh, it's changed a little bit. Look, we're a little bit lighter now. So it's changed our V-speed from 136 to 137. Sorry, from 137 to 136. Doesn't like it. I'm not going to clear it. So to get rid of that, you'd have to clear it. Right, let's wait for our IRS to line up. It's aligned again. So here we go. Now how I like to fly this is I'm going to bring up my plan on here. No, sorry, map. Oh, let's go back. Approach. VOR. Map. Mine plan there. Map. And I'm going to bring my range down to 5. That's fine, because then I can fly it on that. Okay, and I need to know my altitudes, because I'm going to fly this myself for a minute before putting on the autopilot. Legs. We need to fly above 6,000. So 759 for say. So we'll put it into VNAV quite quickly after takeoff. So we're happy. So we release the parking brake. We trim for takeoff. Let's first check that. Yep, we are. We're in the green. Have we got our flaps set? Yes, we have. Flaps are set to 5. So our sign is just apparently. So I've got a Samsung TV and a Samsung washing machine. Now, when my washing machine stops on in my kitchen, it now sends a massive alert across my TV. So I couldn't see for a second there. Okay, let's go. Quite a nice livery, to be fair. Okay, quick control check. Left, right, forward, and back. There, rudder. Happy, cool. A bit more speed. And I'm going to fly the initial leg to 180 knots. Let's go. Get ourselves nice and aligned. I always like to taxi forward a little bit before I bang the power on. Okay, last check. Heading 100 degrees. Our heading bug's set. So perfect. 50% power. Get some speed up. You can see that I'm blowing around a little bit already. 100. Okay, you notice there's a lag in power. Here we go. Get it up to takeoff. I mean, I could just set the takeoff on the auto throttles, but see that I'm moving to the left a little bit. Here we go, 80 knots. I know 132 for the lift. Hopefully it'll tell me. I can feel it wanting to lift. Hasn't shouted out my V speeds, so I'm going to lift anyway on my own. A little bit of a crosswind there. Okay, once we've got up, positive rate, gears going up, and that trim's offset. See when I took my hand off the stick then? There you go, the trim weren't set very well. So, and now we're flying, I'm going to set that trim. I'll bring the flaps back to 2. And flaps up.
119.475.
Okay, good climb. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, again, I'm descending now because I'm moving away. Acknowledge that.
Going to 119.475.
Autopilot. LNAV and VNAV. Have that little dip, that's just where it's taken over. I'm not too worried about that.
Oakland Center, Boeing
There we go.
232 is an 1100 climbing flight, level 270.
Flaps all the way up.
232, Oakland Center, altimeter tree 02 tree. Radar contact, continue.
That's the fuel caption then coming in, I think.
Boeing 232, reset transponder.
Squawk 2715. So 2, 7, 1, 5, and ident. So what ident means is that the plane is going to send out a signal now to the radar controllers, and they're going to get a little flash on the screen. Now I'm careful here. I'm watching that screen because remember I said earlier on that it sets my speed to 250, which is what it's done there. I don't want to fly at 250, so I'm going to quickly set this to 240. Because if I get a gust of wind, it's blowing me off. 2, 4, 0. Siri's kicking off. Here.
Captain, we should slow down.
There you go. It's just done it.
250 knots until we have passed 10,000 feet.
I'm going to do the same here. Oh god, this. I need a mouse. 2, 4, 0. Now this is the bad thing as well here, is if you have a look here, it's trying to get me to fly at 268 at 6,000. That's, you can't do that. You're not allowed to do it. So we'll do that again. 2, 4, 0. This time as I'm just monitoring my bottom right, my altitude, make sure I'm not going anywhere. 240 with the old there. So that, I mean, that is going to go straight up to 11,000 feet. So when it does that, we can change that. You alright? I forgot to drink my tea. You've just reminded me walking in. Stone cold. I can't drink that. I'll have it later. And now what we'll do, you'll eat it. We're going to set the altitude now to 27,000. And you see now we're nicely below 250, so it's holding there now, which is good. Now because we're getting up to 10,000, hopefully it'll pump it up. It's not going to pump it up, but I can now go to let's go to point, let's go 300. 300 because we're above 10,000. The other thing we need to do now is turn off our runway, sorry, our landing lights. We can go for that now. There you go. Because we're above 10,000, turn these off. And we've entered the cruise. Or sorry, we're in the climb now, going up to the cruise. Engines are spool ups, engine's still working quite hard. And we'll check the checklist, see if there's anything else we've forgotten. If it wants to work. There you go. Take off, yep, we've done that. Done all that. Flap 0, all brake selectors off. So that is auto brake. That's down here, still set RTO. So that's the handy thing with checklists. Engine right start switches to off on the engine right start switch. They're off, landing lights are off. Altimeter set to standard. So we'll do that nice and early now. We'll go here. And that'll go to 29902. As you can see, our altitudes change a little bit. And then we'll get to the cruise, we'll do the cruise checklist. But that's looking pretty good. Look at the clouds. Now I don't want to go outside because the sim might mess up, but look at those. Like, how good is that? She's delighted. She hasn't said a word to me so far. Now that's steely. I might have to take a photo of that.
Boeing 232 contact center on 127.45. Good day. 127.45 for Boeing 232. Center, Boeing
Take a picture of that.
232 is passing
And then if we come over here,
17,300
God, it's so slow. I don't think there's a way to speed it up, is there?
Boeing 232, center. Radar contact continue.
Turn those off. That is cool. There you go. Let's get back inside. And that is it for a minute. I mean, we can start thinking about doing our approach stuff in a bit. There's absolutely no point until we know the approach, but this is decent. Everything's nice. I mean, can I order? Yeah, can I get my cabin crew to come and give me some food? I'm hungry here. Love the photo mode. Been taking lots of sunrise and sunset shots. Yeah, they're class. I don't use it much. I mean, I've used it a few times on some of the missions I've done. But there's a guy at the moment on that Facebook group that I'm on that he photoshops them. So he'll go and take his photos, and then he'll run them through Photoshop, which is pretty good. That's a good idea. I haven't got anywhere near enough time for that. Right. So what I can do is what the other guy said earlier on is that I can save my streams. Let's have a quick look. How to save streams on Twitch. Here we go. Save streams enables store past broadcasts in your creator dashboard. Let's have a look. See if I can do it. I think I might have set that today actually, because I updated my Twitch today to try and give it. Because someone came on and said, "Look, I went onto your Twitch and there was nothing on it. I thought it was just a spoof account." I was like, "No, I just don't use it." But let's have a go. So I've updated it today. Right, so dashboard, Twitch. How do I do this? Right, dashboard, create a dashboard. And then I go on to, what did it say? Settings, stream. Oh. Settings, stream. Store passport, I've got it on. Automatically save broadcast for up to 7 days, 14 days for affiliates, 60 days for partners, Turbo and Prime users. Okay, so I think that if I start getting a few more people coming in to watch, I'll have to update that. That's decent though. Okay, so what I can do now while I'm sat here... Oh, what's that to me? 320.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 20. Boeing
Seems quite high,
232.
but we'll go with it. 320. And now what I'll do is in here, and again this will help me and it will recalculate everything that you'll see in a second, is I go on to initial, index, which way is it? Performance. So I now go to 3, 2, 0. Click it up here. Oh, I know, I forgot to press the that. 3, 2, 0. I wonder if it wants me to put FL. Yeah, it does. Third attempt. It probably thinks I'm saying 3,200 feet or 323. Flight level 3, 2, 0. Why isn't it letting me do that? Flight level 3, 2, 0. Why isn't it letting me do it? I'll tell you what I can do. Let's do it this way. So if I go on to the next page, hang on. There we go. Let's do it on this page. See that trim going mad? So that's literally what you have to do all the time. So it's a good thing we've got autopilot.
Boeing 232, please expedite your climb
trying
flight
to,
level
bro.
320.
Doesn't want me to do it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to request. I don't think he can do it. He doesn't want to. Why doesn't he want to do it? Invalid entry. Why doesn't he want to do it? Let's ask for a reduction by 5,000 feet. So, decrease by 5,000 feet.
Center, Boeing 232.
What?
Request flight level 360.
Boeing 232, climb and maintain flight
So we
level
need to go.
320. Expect flight level 360.
Oh, no, come on. This is the thing that annoys me.
Climb and maintain.
So it wanted me to actually fly at 42,000 feet initially.
Expect flight level
Like,
360.
there's no way I'm going to fly at 42,000 feet for this trip. So I'm going to ask to come down another 8,000 feet. So it doesn't have to keep asking, so it doesn't keep telling me off.
Center, Boeing 232. Request flight level 280.
It'll say no.
Boeing
I think.
232, climb
Nope.
and maintain flight level 280.
Perfect. So what I'll do now is I'll ask for an altitude decrease by a further 1,000, and then that's me. I don't have to do anything else. Altitude
Boeing 232,
decrease.
climb and maintain flight level 320.
Yeah. Okay.
Climb and
Well,
maintain flight level 320. Boeing 232.
oh my god. It literally doesn't want me to do it.
Center, Boeing 232. Request flight level 270.
Good point. Let me try.
Boeing 232, maintain present altitude.
Perfect. Right. Let me have a look.
Maintain present altitude.
I don't understand why it's not letting me do it in here. So let me try
Flight
again.
level 320.
So if I got this set up here to 320, I'm sure I did a minute ago. Yeah. Come back down. I mean, I could climb 320, but I'll just take it out of VNAV mode, which isn't a problem. But for the sake of, look, 120 miles, what is the point?
Boeing 232, did you copy?
Leave me
Climb
alone.
and maintain flight level 320.
So that's the thing is, they've just said I can go to 27. Flight level 3, 2, 0. No, doesn't let me. So, I'll tell you what, let's appease them. And let's get out of VNAV mode. So apparently that's our thing now. And we'll go up to 320.
Contact Oakland Center on 126.9.
Oh, that's the wrong way.
Good day.
Go to 126.9.
Check that speed.
Boeing
And we're a little bit
232.
fast here at the moment. So let's go back down to 3.
Oakland Center, Boeing 232 is
Got
passing
auto
flight
throttle on,
level
why isn't it
270,
slowing
climbing
down?
Flight level 320.
Why isn't it slowing down?
Boeing 232, Oakland Center, radar contact continue.
There you go, it's coming down now. Can you change cruise altitude? I'll definitely have to try that and see if it works. Again, I said at the start that it seemed ridiculously high that where it wanted us to go. Considering it's only going to be 100 miles, that's going to take us, what, 20 minutes, if that? Not even that. Nowhere near that, actually. I mean, look at those winds, 25 knots. Cabin crew, serve meals.
To all passengers, we will start the meal service in a few moments.
Okay, so let's have a look at where we're going to land on at Kalax. So it's going to program us probably for ILS 07 left. So I'm going to go on to Navigraph now. And let's get it. Kalax, I'll get the ILS stuff. Kalax, Los Angeles charts. There's going to be hundreds. And we're going to go, it's ILS 7 left. Let's have a look. ILS 7 left. Chart comes up. Perfect. So the ILS frequency is 111.1. That's nice and easy. So we come down to the nav radios. 111. Oh, nearly there. Oh god, there you go. There's my cursor not moving. 111.11110. We can switch that out now. 11.10, and our course is going to be 071 degrees. So we can set that now. Okay, 071. We're below 326 at the moment. That's because, I'll tell you what, I'm going to set my VNav back up because it wants us below 326. So let's go down here. That's because we're climbing higher. Let's go, what was I saying for the course? 071. There we go, perfect. You see that changes down there. And we've lost our nav. Have we lost it on the left hand side? On the right hand side? Nope. Come back up here and you'll see it says align probably. No, it hasn't. Does it come back on? No. So it has lost it, but yeah. Look at that. Let's have a little play while we're here. Let's get some terrain data on. Here we go. And we can play with our weather radar as well. It's not good at the moment. Let's get our weather radar on. There's going to be loads of clouds all around us. Waypoints. I think because we've lost the... there we go, it's coming back. So is it going to load the weather radar for us? It's got the range markers, but... Yes, Fletch?
Do you know what you mean?
What's really mean?
So when in this game some gave them a hug because this game is about that. Then when they went to this place they said your skin is ugly.
Oh, who said that? In the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, just don't reply, mate. If people can't be kind to you, don't reply.
No, it wasn't. It was someone else.
Oh, is it someone else? Okay.
Yeah. I think when they did that, they
Okay, we'll leave that like that. Usually you get the weather bits on there. Odd. Never mind. Let's go back to Twitch. Cool. Right, tell my just might go quickly get a drink in a second. Right. Just going through the till I land the okay, let's do that. So apparently, how different were the approaches? It was straight and visual, nothing different. Why is it failed that? Do-do-do-do. Right, let's quickly go and get a drink. How far away from the descent? The other thing is, right, is that should really tell me what's that there. We're coming. Oh, here we go.
Contact center on 128.7. Good day.
So let's see if they give us our arrival. Notepad up.
128.7. Boeing 232.
Notepad. Let's contact them. Brilliant.
Boeing
There we go.
232. Flight level tree 20.
Let's see if it tells us what to expect.
Boeing 232, center,
No.
radar contact.
So by now it'd be nice to know the approach that we're going to have to take. As you can see in our FMC down here, it doesn't tell us. It just says runway. There, it just says runway 07 left. Now we're at about 150 miles away. We've still not been given our descent, and we haven't been given our approach. So it's, yeah, it's a little bit frustrating. And again, by now, usually our nav has gone again. Luckily, we still got it on INS2. I'd like to have, at least like to start my descent now. How are we doing here for speed? We're okay for speed. Once they give me the descent, I mean, what does the air traffic control window say? Nothing. Yeah. I mean, I don't think we're all that far away, are we? We come down here, zoom out a little bit. We're not far away at all. Like, if they're gonna give us a star, they need to hurry up and give us one. It'll be really ridiculous just to. The other day when I was flying this, it didn't even let me descend. Why can't I get rid of that cursor? There it is. And what I'd like to do is go back into VNav mode and let the... Because the other thing as well is what would happen usually now is like a controller could turn around and say to you, right, by Turka be at 2,000 feet or by Fekil be at 3,000 feet. You could set that into your autopilot and it will make sure you get there on time. And by that point, it can manage your descent to get there as well. Here we go. Hopefully Los Angeles Center will give us the information we want.
Go to 124.15. Boeing 232. Los Angeles Center. Boeing 232. Flight level tree 20.
So continue to Gazelle. We'll do that, yeah. But then what? Like, it doesn't manage your descent or your approach efficiently. At all. We'll see. We'll see what it does. So at the moment, let's go to here and wrong buttons. And again, let's go plan. I can't remember how to go through the plan. There's a way that you can do it. What's the way can you do it? I can't remember how to skip through it. There's a way that I can skip through all the legs. Is it this one? Do you have to click here? No, it's not that. I can't remember how to do it. But like by XL, this wants me to be at 249. Like I should be starting my descent right. Oh Christ! I should be starting my descent now. How do I switch between my plans? I can't remember. One cannot remember. So let's go back to map. And again, my INS is gone. What I'm going to do now is I am going to request to come down to 32. Let's request to come down to... How high do we need to go? Flight of 249. So let's request to come down. Oh my god, what's going on here? Why does it keep taking me out? Let's request to come down 7,000. See what they say. Let's see if they're going to manage us.
Los Angeles Center, Boeing 232. Request flight level 200.
Just going to say no. There's a discrepancy.
232. Maintain present altitude. Expect flight level 200.
Okay, so it is managing me. Let's have a look, see how we get on.
Maintain present altitude. Expect flight.
And again, that's where the discrepancy is, because it's told me to be at flight level 320. I've requested to go to 25, which is 7 down, and it still had me at my previous request of 27 before, so that's why it said 2,000. So again, these little slight inaccuracies and bugs, which are a little bit frustrating. What we can do though is we can start looking at our expected arrival information here. So again, I know that I'm coming down to ILS 07 left, haven't got a transition or a standard approach. And you can see here I've got a lot of options, so they haven't given me any of that at the moment. And here's our approach figures though, so we're going to probably land with flaps 30 at 128 I think. It's got the ILS there. Course 70 degrees, that's not what I've got here. I've got 071, so it's close. Glide slope on, wind correction 5. +5, okay cool, ideal. Again, like I'm only, let's use this one for a minute. I'm not that far away and I'm still at flight level 320. I'm 43 miles away. I'm hoping they set me up nicely. Alright, I do need to quickly go and get something to eat before it starts shouting at me and telling me to do stuff. Do-do-do-do. Oh, steak sandwich. I'll take one of those. Oh. What do you have on a steak sandwich? Do you have ketchup on it? Yeah. Wait for me. Oh, okay. I will, I know, thank you. Oh, you know, I'm so hungry, I'm wasting away. Right, sorry about that. My wife had made me lunch and I didn't realise. So, yeah, I know, I hate flying with these things, let's turn that off again. So yeah, so again, like, frustrating thing for me. Oh, here we go, what's this? I should be descending by now. Let's get back on my notepad. Why am I not descending?
232. Los Angeles Center, Boeing 232, flight level 320.
Just gonna say continue, isn't it?
232, Los Angeles Center, radar contact, continue to Zell.
There you go. Then what? Like, I need to start descending. And if I start descending now, I'm going to fail the mission. How far away am I? 30 miles. Come on, dude, help me out here. Help me out here, man. That's a bit cluttered, isn't it? Let's turn that off. If we got on waypoints, turn the waypoints off. Fuel. Okay, let's start at least preparing for our descent. So let's pull up the EFB. Descent altitude set. Oh god, I've lost all INS now. Continuous. Fasten seatbelts. Yeah, they're all on anyway. Cool. So let's go to ignition on continuous. It is on continuous. Perfect. Landing lights will keep off till we reach flight level 200. So we are set up for the descent. When it wants to put me into it. How God knows how long. I'm just going to very quickly mute my mic just while I'm eating.
Boeing 232, maintain present heading and altitude, expect ILS runway 7, left approach via Foxtrot India Mike transition. Clear to Foxtrot India Mike.
Right, so there we go. We're going via FIM. So let's.
ILS runway 7 left approach via Foxtrot India Mike transition. Clear to Foxtrot India Mike. Boeing 232.
So we're doing the FIM approach. And again, this is where people will.
232, descend and maintain flight. Level 190.
Okay, flight level 190. So they've obviously got a plan. So yes.
Descend and maintain flight level 190. Boeing 232.
190. Vertical speed down. Let's go 1,000, 1,500, 1,600. Bearing in mind that our speed's going to creep up as well. Hopefully, let's manage that at the moment. That's fine. It's not going to go above 270, but obviously if we did, we need to bring our descent rate down. Maybe a bit of speed brake. I don't think it's going to go much higher than that, which is fine. Yep, let's do that.
We'll be landing shortly. Please make sure that your seatbelt is
We now need to fly to FIM.
Thank you.
So we've selected FIM. If we go back to our route now, look what happens. Have we got any discontinuities? Yeah, so it's now telling me to fly to FIM after Excel. So what we do now is we put FIM in here because we want to fly directly to that. Now watch what happens with the plane. If I come up here, notice that change. So now we're routing directly to FIM. And if we turn on our markers, we should be able to see it. No, marker's not coming on. Let's go to that. You should be able to see it in a second. It's not letting me do it.
Boeing 232 contact Los Angeles Center on 135.5.
Okay,
Good day.
135.5. We'll tune that in.
135.5. Boeing 232. Los Angeles Center, Boeing 232 is passing flight level 300, descending flight level 190.
Boeing 232, Los Angeles Center. Radar contact. Continue to Foxtrot India Mike.
Okay. It's all right at the moment. This is good. What I can do get myself, so approach altitude is going to be 20 feet. Well, the landing altitude, sorry, is 20 feet. 50, there you go. It's closer to 0, so we'll go 0. What's that? Fine. Final course we've set. Out approach set. Nav aids, we've got that set. Speed the approach, we've got that set. Minimums, okay. Flaps is required. Speed brake armed. So we'll do that now. Speed brake will be armed. Max braking will go free. Auto brake to free. So we're doing this a little bit early, but never mind. Auto brake selected to set. Gears down, we won't worry about that yet. So we are doing this a little bit early, but it releases the pressure on us a little bit. And let's set our approach is we are going to go for 30 flaps, 30 degrees flaps. No, excuse me. So actually we'll go full 40, bugger it. But it's got our limits there. IRS, yeah, so you can see it flashing up every time we lose. It's still a line in here. So again, I don't know whether I need to speak to my friend. A friend of mine flies these for Jet2. I need to ask him really whether or not that is realistic that it loses its GPS that often. Here's the one good thing I like about this game is that when I used to play it again back in like 2013, 2012, I know 4 people that went on to become airline pilots, currently flying with one's at Loganair, I think they're still going, Jet2 and 2 at, Jet2, EasyJet, British Airways and Loganair. Flying things from an Airbus to a Boeing. I think the other one, the last time I spoke to him was flying a Dash 8. Right, I think I need to bring this down a little bit here. So if we go, so Finn, we need to be at 10,000 really, and that's in 16 miles. So let's go to VNav, see if that does it for us. That's climbing, it needs to descend, don't climb. Is it going to descend? There it goes. No, it wants me to keep at that altitude, so let's go vertical speed, we'll go 2,000 feet. And we'll slow our speed down to 250, that prepares us for going below 10,000 knots as well then. So 10,000 feet. Might need to put the spoilers up in a minute, we'll see. I think we will.
Boeing 232, descend and maintain
10,000. But it hasn't given us the QNH.
Descend and maintain 10,000.
So obviously with the transition altitude not being, altitude being 18,000, what they should do now, because they're making us go down further, they should give us settings. So it's a little bit naughty on simulator's part. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just bring up the speed brakes just a little bit, just to bring that speed down just slightly. Let's get down to where we want it to be. At the moment it's not changing anything. There we go. So speed brakes, going to have a look. There they are. Bring us down nicely to 250 knots. That's where we want to be really. Although what's RFMC saying? Yeah, it's saying 251. So once we're down at 250, let's bring them back to armed. Because you can see the power now. You saw the power creeping in. So, because I'm the speed brakes up, it wanted to keep me at 250. So we'll keep there for a minute. And now we're turning on to the next element. And that waypoint you see there tells us the altitude we need to be at. 6,000. We need to be at 6,000 feet in 19 miles. Like, they've got us descending far too late. Oh, they are, definitely. Like, look now. Have a look there. That's our final approach.
Boeing 232 contact Los Angeles Center on 125.8.
So I need to bring this
Good
down.
day.
Let's go. Let's try and get this down
125.8 for Boeing
a lot quicker
232.
than we're doing. So let's go for full speed brakes.
Los Angeles Center, Boeing 232 is at 17,500, descending 10,000.
Let's try that.
Boeing 232, Los Angeles Center, altimeter tree 014, radar contact continue.
Let's try and get it down as quick as we can. Get that speed down as quick as we can. I want to, before I put in more descent, I don't want it to power up. So 172. Come on, hurry up, descend, descend, descend. I need that energy to drop off, that speed.
Boeing 232.
Yeah, 8,000, not above 210 knots. Easy for you to say, bro.
Not above 210 knots.
I mean, we'll soon see if it's how well it's doing us. Whether it's... Right, the other thing I need to do is get the
Descend and
ATIS.
maintain 8,000. Keep speed not above
What is the ATIS
210
at?
knots.
Kalax
Boeing
at
232.
the moment. Let's have a look on Navigraph. Um, 3001. So again, that's going to help us a little bit, I think. So if we come out of here, 3001. No longer at standard. 30. What did we say? $3001. That helps us come down a little bit, but it didn't tell us that information. We had to find it out ourselves. Speed's dropping off nicely, which is good. Are we still on the flight path? Yes, we are. Still really high. We're in anticipation we'll get our landing lights on. I should be getting the glide slope data very shortly. I'm too high, man. There's the glide slope. So not the glide slope, the ILS, but
5.05. Boeing 232.
1010. It's not captured it yet.
SoCal
Or possibly
approach. Boeing 232
too
is at
far out.
12,800,
Right, that speed's good. So let's get this in a deeper. Sorry, passengers, but we're going down. What's the speed increase? Ah, there you go. There's the altimeter. That speed's coming up now. Really battling this now to get it down. There's the speed brakes.
Descend and maintain 7,100.
Okay. God, the stress.
Descend and maintain 7,100. Boeing 232.
I think we're going to be alright. Be interesting to see how. Look, it's turned us already, and it wants us on final approach. What do we say our V speeds were? 125 knots at 40 degrees of flaps. 135 for 15. Nowhere near it yet. So we'll start bringing our speed down shortly to 140. Because we're on LNAV, it's still not working. What's it saying?
232, contact Los Angeles Tower.
I'll do that,
Down
yeah.
on one
Okay.
tree,
We're nearly there.
4.75. Boeing 232.
We're almost there. Bring those speed brakes in a second.
Los Angeles Tower. Boeing 232. 20 miles west. Inbound.
We've got the glide
ILS
slope.
runway, 7 left approach.
Boeing 232, Los Angeles Tower.
God.
Altimeter tree 009er. Cleared ILS runway 7 left approach.
Let's see if I've got it. Some very high ILS approach here.
Runway, 7 left
Okay, we're coming up to our desired altitude, so let's get the speed brakes away. Although if we keep them, that'll bring us down to our desired speed, which is 140 knots. 147 knots. Keep them out for a minute. God, this is stressful. Let's get that speed down until I start seeing the engines throttle up again. There he comes, hit trimming for us. Okay, let's put them away. Arm them. And let's maintain this speed of 150. And let's go to VOR. There you go, we've got the ILS, which is good. So let's set it to VOR localizer approach. That's a stall. Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? Get that power up, please. By now I disconnect the autopilot, I'll let it do it itself. How's that stalling? Never mind. Let's get some flaps in. Because that will help as well. It's because I'm in cursor mode. We got that localizer yet? Glide slope's not alive at the moment. Okay, we can start bringing that speed down now a little bit. To, what do we say we're going to go at? 135 at 15, so let's bring them down to 15, our flaps. And let's bring these down to 135. Bring in that other notch of flap, so it is. Come on, you should be capturing this now. There we go. It's coming in. Is the aircraft going to turn? Yes, it is. That works. The glide slope isn't alive just yet. Power's coming on now to maintain 135. 15 for the flaps. Where's my glide slope? Go to approach. Ah, I've missed the glide slope. So let's go to approach. See if it gets us down. No, we're too high. I knew we were too high. Let's see if we can catch it up. Tell you what, let's go for a heading of, let's go heading select, let's get it down to 2,200 and let's do it safely and properly. Vertical speed down 1,000. It's nuts, that. And again, that's because I said all along that we were going to be way too high for that localizer. So can we tell the controller now that we've gone or declare missed approach? Don't want to declare missed approach. I'll just do a quick turn. I'll wait until that bug there comes up. Yeah, it's frustrating, that. Wait until that bug comes alive and we'll be alright. Okay, let's turn another 90 degrees. That's the wrong dial. Don't do that dial. I need that bug there to reach the center line. I think the usual ILS approach is usually around 2,500 feet. Have you got any plans for New Year's Eve tonight? Are you doing anything? Here we go, that bug's coming up now so we can start our turn. to throw it right around to 070. Close enough, because we're going to be able to capture that now. Once we're around, I will... Oh, we're doing speed. Speed's fine. I'll keep it going round, and then I'll select VOR approach back again. That's better. So we'll go to 2.5. Why is it stalling? Go faster. There you go, sort it out, there you go, sorted. So obviously it's a stall warning, we're nowhere near the stall, we're about 8 or 9 knots out. But it's just, it wants to get into the stall. So, happy with that. So now we go to VOR localizer approach. This is better. We're nice and properly configured now. Throw in another notch of flaps. So again, looking at our speeds here, 30 we need to be at 127. So I can start slowing for that now. 127. Throw in that 30 degrees of flaps. You see now that our glide slope's coming in. So let's take this a little bit closer to that path and help ourselves out a little bit. And then we'll turn it to 070 when we start reaching it. So that glide path's coming in, so I'm going to click on the approach button. There it is. This should descend us now automatically, he says. Let's make sure. There you go, it's turning us. And it will start its descent, he says. So final approach is going to be 125 knots. Let's throw in the 40. Landing gear down. And we're in. This is good. It's descending us. Flaps are at 40. Speed set 127. Let's. Oh, don't want to do that. Wrong one. Cross levers idle, thrust versus full. Yeah, okay, that's for landing. The approach, we've already done the approach thrust list. We'll set the auto brakes. Yep, done that. Perfect. Taxi lights to auto. Where are we? And then we'll go down here. Set the speed brakes to armed, which they are. We are set up and ready for landing. Hold on to your hats. And what we won't do is I won't go in manual mode until we get a little bit closer. Nice to set up here. What I can do now is just to help us. We're in approach mode, but we'll bring our TCAS here especially, and we'll bring our range down. There you go, perfect. And there goes our INS, brilliant. Are we still on this side?
Boeing 232, wind calm. Clear to land runway.
Winds are calm, so this should be a straight in and no bouncing or anything. Let's have a look.
Clear to land runway 7 left. Boeing
One way to tell. It's hard from up here to see the runway, isn't it? But we're good, 1400 feet. I'll take over in just a second. I need that map to come back on really, because I want that as using my big reference. See how far we are away from the stall now, which is good. Angle of attack of 5 degrees. Usually I think the glide slope's usually like 3 or 4 degrees. Is there 07 left here? Because, Yeah, is there some left? Good. Okay, so we're a little bit high above that glide slope, so I'm going to pull back a little bit and take over from your pilot just there.
1,000.
Okay, no, it doesn't want me to do that. Okay, 1,000 feet, I'm taking over. Get off, bro. We're a little bit high. Let's come in. A little bit to the right. Coming down now, a little bit to the right. And we've lost that glide slope, but too high. I think I might have messed this up, you know.
500.
I've not trimmed right.
400.
This is going to be bouncy. Sorry, passengers.
300.
Yeah, way too high. Way too high. I've messed that up.
300.
Nah, not happy with that. That's rubbish.
200.
Still going to try and land it. Bugger it. What's worse? What's worse than napping? I kill him.
50, 40, 30.
I was gonna go for the go around.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I think I've done. This is alright actually. Yeah, happy with that. Deploy speed brakes. Get the brakes on. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. Yeah, shambles. No one died though. No one died. Yeah, that wasn't my finest moment. It's just hard with a controller.
Turn next taxiway.
I need a stick. I'd like to say that was all the computer. That was me not being too familiar with like the weightiness of a 737 compared to a Cessna.
Boeing 232, contact ground on 129.4.
Yeah, will do, mate.
129.4. Boeing 232.
Get those flaps up. And again, it wants you to be directly in that spot.
Ground. Boeing 232. Taxi to parking.
If I park miles away,
Boeing
I'm going to
232,
leave.
taxi to gate 12 Bravo using taxiway Bravo 5 Bravo Charlie 7.
That's not too bad. We'll go in there. So again, this is where
Taxi
it's going to be a little bit awkward for me to turn, because that's quite a sharp turn there. And I've got the brakes on. I haven't got the differential brakes. What we're going to do? Let's throw that one up max. Does that work? That works. There you go. That works. Just throw the starboard engine up. That'll do. Let's get them both up. Yeah, I was a bit disappointed about landing because I messed up my landing gear. So not my finest moment. Thankfully, I've only got, I think at the time of landing I had 3 people watching, so although it's been telling me I've had no one and I've been talking to people, so I don't think it's quite that accurate. No one saw. Is this car going to give way? It's the first van driver of a car that's given way. I didn't turn off the landing lights or anything like that, should have really. turn them off. Need to start the APU and everything as well, but we'll just focus on taxiing first. Yeah, it's again on the one from last night with the Cessna, that was probably my smoothest landing I've done so far. Bit of pressure because we were talking about landings and that, so I said to my wife last night, I was on that stream and said it's the first one I've absolutely nailed, but it definitely takes getting used to on this. Is that asking me to taxi for a building? That's asking me to taxi through a building. I don't think I want to taxi. I'm going to skip. I don't want to taxi for a building. Another bug. That's quite surprising because I've got the updated KLAX. I think I've got the updated KLAX. There we are. Right, so parking brake is on. Let's get, do we do APU? Let's go for external power. So on. And then we'll go to that off and that off. They're switching down. Yeah, so that 45-minute flight, it says in the missions, has just taken 1 hour, 59 minutes, 50 seconds. Like, it's not 45, it's 45 minutes if you want it to be 45 minutes, I think. And I've done that for, what, 10 grand, I think? Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. My first time flying properly. Am I going to get an S? Ah, nailed it. Nailed it! Fletch, nailed it. Didn't we? Get on. Respect the condition of the aircraft. Yeah, so landing smooth at 85%. That's fine. I am happy with that. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, considering the last mile of the approach was terrible. Right, someone asked a minute ago about autopilot and a Cessna. What was this? No skip bonus. Special mission. Somebody. See, that's another thing that we can do. Oh, I'm nearly there. If I do one more search and rescue mission, I've got that. I don't know why I'm getting so excited about it. Right, I need to start thinking about New Year's Eve celebration soon. We're off to my neighbours tonight. We had a few beers. He's fantastic at making cocktails. So he made cocktails last night. I was cooking a beef Wellington. That took me 7 hours to cook, by the way. What's that about? Yeah, he bought all these cocktails over. He's like, right, we're going to try this for tomorrow. And I was in Singapore with work twice actually this year, and I really did enjoy the Singapore slings. And he went out and bought all the stuff to make one of those. So, I mean, he's got no pressure, but I did go to the original hotel that made them. So we'll have to see. Right. This is where I want to be at, because I've just bought yesterday my 10th aircraft. I bought 3 aircraft yesterday and set them as passive income. So I'm hoping that I've got to do my air tractor. Is that because I landed it? That's for Squelch Fireflies. So let's go and maintain that. I don't think I had enough money to do it yesterday. There we go. Well, I got enough money to fix it. I've got to do a checkup. Of course you've got to do a checkup. I've got nowhere near enough money to fix it. Do you get to pick your employees? No. So I don't know whether this... What I think would be good on this is if I, for example, left it here and I could turn around and say, actually, that I've got 4 people that I could employ. So how... On Flight Simulator X, when I used to use that, used to have virtual airlines. I think they'll probably bring it into this, where you can actually add people's PS5 tags who you trust to fly your aircraft. I think if they did that, it would be good. Right, I need 650 grand so I can start making money off that one. So that gives me a little bit of an option. What can I do? Let's have a look what special missions there are. Now, the helicopter missions are obviously the easiest ones. sat here on a stream and I could be talking to you, and I'm like, actually, you know, we're getting on, we're having a good chat. Do you want to fly my plane for me? Come and earn me some money, and then I'll earn the same for you, and stuff like that. I think it'd be class. Right, let's have a look how much these are. Now, I want to go freelance. 86. I don't do the aero advertising. The crop dusting, I'm not in the mood. That takes way too much dedication, the crop dusting at the moment. Cargo, I'm not doing another one where I'm just sat in the aircraft. Let's go for a search and rescue. I like those ones. You alright, bud? Good boy. 217 grand. I want mega money, so 208. 17. Where is my SAR helicopter at the moment? Oh, 239. Where is my SAR helicopter? I don't even know where it is. 208. I think I might go for this one, isn't it? Yeah, 217. So 239. 215. 208. 227. I don't know where my helicopter is. Where was I flying it yesterday? I think it might be down. Is that it there? No, it's not that one. Yeah, keep on flying. Yeah, no worries. Again, thanks for tuning in today. I appreciate it. And again, this is the reason why I have the stream. It's just so I can literally just play the game and have a chat to people. So thank you very much. Happy New Year to you. Stay safe tonight if you're going out anywhere. And I'll speak to you soon. Right, what I can do now actually is go on to, I'll set up another stream, but this time I'll do it on the helicopter. Right, take it easy, bye bye.